The most important fight in modern day boxing might just be taking place. Gervonta Davis takes on Ryan Garcia in a fight for the ages, which is going to be legendary for so many different reasons. This fight, however, though it has so much importance in the ring, in finding out who is better and also who is going to be the champ in boxing's lightweight division, it also holds more importance than we think. But why is that? Let's find out. This is the Fight Franchise and the preview of Ryan Garcia vs Gervonta Davis. With both men possessing amazing skills and amazing KO records, this fight should be amazing fun, and if it truly gets going, could be in that fight of the year territory. Ryan Garcia is coming off 2 wins last year and is hoping to truly put Gervonta Davis in his place. Gervonta is coming off his 2022 KO of the year contender against Romero and his TKO versus Hector Garcia. This, alongside with both men still being young, with Davis at 28 and Garcia at 24, they may not even be in their primes yet, which makes this fight even bigger. This is a rare fight, the one the likes of boxing we never really get to see. With both men trash talking each other like crazy and throwing insults each other's way, neither can afford to lose. Couple that with everything that's already underlying in this fight, this has serious implications in boxing and will not surprise me if this is a potential first of a trilogy in these two guys' career. I'm hoping this fight serves as inspiration for others in boxing who are taking too long to make major fights happen against the other best of their era. As for the fight itself, it is an interesting fight of two very different type of fighters. Garcia is unique for the 135 pound division with his tall slender frame and also being that light. He has lightning fast hands and arguably the fastest hands in the sport's history. As for Gervonta Davis, he is a real technical fighter with a brilliant IQ with amazing KO power. But there is an X factor with Gervonta Davis. I feel he throws with a real intent to hurt his opponents and he fights with real venom and spite. I get a vibe off Tank that he enjoys hurting his opponents, and the more devastating the KO, the more he enjoys it. He is one of the few boxers of this era that gives me this vibe. As for how I think the fight will play out, I think Ryan will use his speed and his height and reach advantage to fight on the outside and try and catch Tank coming in. Garcia is brilliant at using his speed and pace of his punches to his advantage. Ryan Garcia is brilliant at slowing down his punches and making you think you know his timing and his distance, but in reality Garcia is trying to lull you in so he can catch you with one of his best weapons, which is his left hook. The speed of his left hook is deadly, and if he sets it up right you won't see it coming, which is why it's one of his best weapons. His left hook is one of the reasons his jab isn't used as much, as the speed of his left hook he can use it as a jab. When Ryan Garcia gets going, his speed and pressure makes for an amazing combination which breaks fighters and can slowly sap their gas tanks with brilliant body shots and also rapid combinations which overloads his opponents to the point they don't know how to respond. This makes Garcia a difficult fighter to handle once he gets going and his confidence in the ring increases. As for Gervonta Davis, he is one of the most calculated and technical boxers of the modern era, who knows how to hurt his opponents. Gervonta Davis is fantastic at reading his opponents and understanding their patterns, and once he picks them up, he will counter whatever reads he has found with devastating punches, which usually helps him secure the victory. Gervonta's use of angles and his footwork are going to be a nightmare for Ryan Garcia to handle. And Davis isn't an easy target to hit due to his brilliant defense, but also offensively isn't easy to defend against as he attacks with varied punches from different angles. Gervonta, as I previously said, he fights like he wants to hurt his opponents, and I feel after all the trash talk he definitely wants to hurt Garcia. Gervonta is also the much more experienced fighter. Though both have similar records, the caliber of opponents Gervonta has beat are better and tougher fighters who have also been undefeated when stepping in the ring with him. Gervonta is also a southpaw which Garcia has struggled against, most notoriously with Luke Campbell, who actually dropped him in the second round. Garcia did rally back and get the 7th round stoppage, but the flaws against southpaws are there. As for how I think the fight plays out, I think for Garcia to win, he needs to be calculated and throw a varied amount of combos and not let Davis make reads, because if he does, he can figure you out and set you up for a KO. He also needs to manage the distance and be tight with his defense, as if Campbell landed, this means Tank can land too, and if Tank lands, it could be night-night. He needs to pressure Davis early on and bank as many of the early rounds, as high-level boxing usually ends in a decision, and Davis has shown he grows and gets better as the fight goes on. As for Gervonta, he'll be calculated in his pressure, using his footwork to slowly break down Garcia. I think you're going to see some heavy hooks and uppercuts when Tank closes the distance to try and break Ryan down, which he can easily do over 12 rounds, which is why I think Gervonta Davis beats Ryan Garcia. He fights with calculated aggression. Couple that with the better resume and experience, I think he has the skills and technique to frustrate Garcia and secure the decision victory. Tank can secure the KO, but I think Ryan's defense will hold good enough, but will slowly over 12 rounds see him overworked and outboxed by Gervonta Davis. This fight, however, though one guy's O has to go, is a massive win for boxing and huge for the fans, and a very important fight in the history of boxing. This fight is very important for many reasons. The most important, it will see two undefeated boxing superstars go head to head, putting their records on the line while both are in their prime. For so many years, boxers have failed to put their undefeated streaks on the line and fight the other greats of their era in their prime. But for the first time in ages, it's happening, and in a big way. These two are superstars in their division and could have so easily avoided each other, but no. Both have opted to take each other on and put on a show for the fans, which should earn them a huge amount of respect in the eyes of the boxing world. This fight needs to perform on every level, because if it does, it may see many more greats of this era stop delaying fighting each other and just fight each other in their prime. The problem is boxing puts so much stock and relevancy in the zero on their records, as it helps promote boxers and adds to their legitimacy as a superstar. The minute that goes, fighters feel like they lose their legitimacy and ultimately end up losing a bunch of cash. But if they can make all that cash and then some fighting the very best of their era, and then maybe we will see more of this era fight each other sooner rather than later. This needs to be a pay-per-view hit to show the fighters and their promoters this is what we want to see. Two of the best fighting each other, not another irrelevant tune-up fight, as one slip up from anyone in their prime and the next thing you know, we can lose so many legendary matchups. Just look at Anthony Joshua in his prime at heavyweight. We were all hoping he would fight Wilder or Fury in his prime, so we could get that undefeated versus undefeated super fight for the heavyweight championship, and next thing you know, he gets knocked out by Andy Ruiz, and we lose that mega fight that could have happened. It could still happen, but it loses so much mystique and hype than before he was knocked out. I hope these two put on the fight of the year. I hope they sell a huge amount of pay-per-view numbers, and I most certainly hope they make tons of money. As if all this happens, it shows when the best fight the best, it puts on the best show on the planet, which makes a load of money. As at the end of the day, boxing is prize fighting, with the prize being money, which is why so many legendary fights never get made, or get made too late. But this feels special, and if it performs on every level, it may see other fighters inspired to do the same, and also fight the other best in their era, sooner rather than later, and give the boxing fans what they want to see. The best boxers in the world fighting each other. Did you enjoy the video? Let us know down in the comments below. Who do you think wins out of Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Davis? Put your prediction in the comments below and give me your type of prediction. Do you think it'll be decision, a knockout, and if you do think it's a knockout, which round? And which other major fight do you want to see happen in boxing like this? Put that down in the comments below. Leave a like if you've enjoyed the video and subscribe for more fight content coming soon regarding MMA, boxing and much more. We hope you enjoyed the video and we'll catch you in the next one.